Happy Saturday, everybody. Just in the back room right now, taking like a 10-second break. Saturday morning, super busy. I was 2 minutes late for work this morning, which happens once in a while when you're in a small little store. I just got stuck behind a bunch of slow dudes on the way into work and had about maybe 5 or 6 minutes on my trip, and I left a little later than I should have. But to make a long story short, super busy this morning. So just in the back room, quickly grabbing some stuff to bring on onto the floor. These things here, these are all busted systems I use for parts. These here are all doubles for NES games already in the cabinet, so I got about 3 shelves like that. These are all like super common, like PS3, PS2 games that I got multiples of, and just rather random things in the back room. It's literally just storage. There's nothing special back here that's not on the floor. But yeah, that's pretty much it. There's nothing. I'm just looking around if I'm supposed to be doing anything or whatever, just customers. So I gotta hopefully try and tackle some of that Xbox 360 stuff today. But yeah, just a wall of people. The second I open up, I'm carrying a big CRT TV. Actually, I'll go outside, I'll show it to you. So we just brought this guy in today. It's a nice, like 2006, 2007 RCA True Flat. It's not the best gaming TV in the world, but for 30 bucks for a nice 20-inch television with a flat screen that works with all your retro light guns and stuff like that, I think it's pretty good. And people like to see these things in the window and they point out to their kids going, that's what our TV used to look like, even though this is from 2000. Usually we have ones from the 80s and stuff. So these guys up here are usually the one type of the ones that we have in the window. This one here, all these ones have problems. This one here, you got to whack. It kind of comes back. So we got this old Sears right here. That one there's no audio. This one here likes to go in between channels, and this one here randomly just cuts out. That's why they're display TVs. And this one here and this one here, you can whack with, just give it a flat whack, and that seems to solve that problem pretty well. Might as well, since I got you here, just show you some of the GameCube games. You see a lot of them sold, even more from the other side over there. Some of the consoles and stuff we have in stock. Lots of games, lots of merchandise, toys, things from the 80s. Just lots of fun things. We just got those in the other day. Sometimes you just don't post stuff up, just so that people, you know, I guess, find things. Oh, I gotta fix that. That looks really ugly. We even sell cassette tapes. We don't usually sell records, but when you, as I said, when you buy lots of things from people, sometimes you just end up with weird stuff. There's our NES games, some Super Nintendo over there. We're really picked over on PS4. We're the closest game store to universities, and yeah, gotta fix that too. That got a little bit emptied out this morning, so we bought a whole bunch of stuff. So our Wii stuff, some handheld stuff, PS3 wall and 360. And here's a whole bunch of like action figures and stuff. We have so many Pokemon figures that they're literally just falling on top of each other because kids run up and then they like bang against the glass. And these guys are just like dominoes, and they just collapse. It's actually really cool. I like this a lot. This is a nice Polaroid impulse camera. And, it's pretty cool. These are those little electronic handhelds I was telling you about in the last video when we were at Value Village. Some micro machines, old walkie-talkies, some old Batman figures, some Dragon Ball stuff, some He-Man in there, Mario. Once again, children knocking things over, so I'm gonna spend some time today, hopefully, if I get a chance to straighten that all up. Some other random things. So yeah, it's a super quick tour of the store. It's the back room where we just came from, where there's nothing super interesting back there, but oh, here's another display case. It's got some Saturn stuff, 3DO, Japanese import stuff, Dreamcast. This is a cabinet where I kind of work on stuff, and here's all the Genesis stuff, and we got some higher-end PlayStation 1 things in there. Our pop figures, which, to be honest with you, they just kind of fill the store. And we also sell some cosplay stuff too, so if you need cosplay stuff, we do sell wigs, and we sell the modeling clay and the foam sheets, and all that kind of stuff. So if you need any of that, we got a bedazzler. There's that pack Goosebumps board game from yesterday. It's missing a couple cards and like 1 or 2 pieces, so instead of being like 30 bucks, it's now 10 bucks. It's still playable, it's just whatever. ET board game. And some random stuffies and bags and things like that. So a rotating display of handheld things. So yeah, that's pretty much a tour of the store. The one good thing about being in the mall is that I'm only a 10-second walk away from getting anything to eat or drink over at Shoppers here. So I'm just gonna pop aside and grab some water, and I'll see you back at the store. I don't care what anyone says. as a guy who only drinks water, you can definitely tell the difference between crappy water and decent water. So spend the extra buck, especially when it's on sale and it's pretty much the same cost as other waters. Get something nice, treat yourself. So I totally forgot about this, but the bylaw here and where we're located is when you buy something in from a customer, so they come in and they have a bunch of stuff they want to sell you for cash, you legally have to hold it for a couple weeks. And so this stuff here clears today, and I totally forgot because it was in the back, and I haven't been back there too much because I've been processing stuff up here in the front a lot more recently. So looks like we got all these. This seems to be just a bunch of bin full of empty handheld stuff. Looks like we have a bunch of N64 games. Some Super Nintendo manuals, some PS2 games. Looks like more PS2 games, a big stack of PlayStation 3 games. So I'm going to go through all this kind of stuff here, and I'll pull some stuff out and I'll show you guys what we got. So this is one of the things we got going out today. This is a yellow Play It Loud edition original Game Boy. It's in pretty good shape. I already cleaned the front of it off, and on the back here, you can see it's pretty dirty and all the little grooves and cracks and stuff like that. So I'm gonna go through this whole thing and I'm gonna clean it up, and I'll just show you guys in a few seconds for you, probably about 10 minutes for me, just a little bit what it looks like after we've cleaned and processed everything, so you can see what sometimes it shows up as and what it finishes as. Just quickly grabbing something out of the back room, but I thought I'd show you this. This is actually an old iMac computer. It's a Blueberry one. I got this at actually online for sale from a guy whose mother had it and she passed away, and I bought it so that the wife and I could play some old Mac PC games on, not PC, but just old games, Mac games on it. But it's password protected, so if anyone knows how to bypass an old iMac password thing for a reasonable price, let me know, because I'd really like to use this guy. So here's the Play It Loud Game Boy. That turned out to be really nice shape when it was all said and done. It was a little bit of work, especially on the back, if you compare what it looked like before. I think a lot of this like glue and stuff from the serial number there got into the cracks and stuff, but it came out super clean. It even still has the little cover for the link, which is pretty cool too. And we also got these games going out today for it as well. So Alien 3, Stargate, Introducing Humans, I'm pretty sure, yeah, Introducing Humans, The Humans. And then you got Kicks, Godzilla, and Super Mario Land 2. And I've never seen one where it actually says Game Boy like that on it, but that is correct. It's not a bootleg or anything weird. It's the only game that I know of that has it on there. I'm sure there's probably others, but I found that interesting. But yeah, so nice little cleanup there, and definitely worth the time and effort, because you went from something that was not too appealing to being absolutely mint. And it only took maybe 15-20 minutes or so to de-sticker it and clean all the little grooves and stuff out. So pretty nice. Well, it's definitely a busy one today. This is my first chance in almost 2 hours or so to give you guys an update of what's happening. Tons of people in here, tons of people in the mall. My hair just loves to stick out the side of my head. Super busy day today. Still getting stuff done. Got that really nice Game Boy out. The Game Boy Color that I got from Value Village the other day, that already sold. I cleaned that up, took a picture, posted on Instagram. It sold right away first thing this morning. So got a bunch of other stuff that I'm going to work on. I'm not going to do the 360 stuff today. Tomorrow we're going to probably tackle that. But yeah, just super crazy busy day today. Haven't had 15 seconds to do anything other than help customers. Lots of people in, which is a good thing, considering the weather and stuff's been kind of hampering people over a bit. But we've done more sales today than we have in the last 4 or 5 days combined. So it's been a really busy day. So yeah, more people are coming in, so I'll talk to you guys. So since it's just before 3 o'clock here, and I got about 3 hours left in the day, I thought tackle some of more time-consuming stuff, and hopefully be able to get this out by the end of the day, even though it's been a very busy day today. So I'm just going to quickly go through these and show you what Super Nintendo games we got going out. We've got We're Back, a dinosaur story that belonged to Michael C. at one point. It's not too bad shape. We've got X-Men Mutant Apocalypse. We have Spider-Man X-Men Arcade's Revenge. We got Yoshi's Cookie, which is kind of like a Tetris puzzle type of game, or maybe closer to like columns. We got Batman Forever. We have Mortal Kombat 3, and for whatever reason, every time we get Mortal Kombat's in, they're very worn, which means a lot of people have played them a lot. Now this is one ugly boy. We got another Batman Forever, and this one's very clearly a former rental or something. There's lots of sticker residue on it, permanent marker all over the back. It is not a nice one. I'm gonna do my best to clean it up as best as possible. It works, it's just ugly. So you know, you clean it up the best that you can. You're never gonna be able to fix the label correctly on it, but I'll clean up the best I can, and you know, put it a bit of a discount so somebody just wants to play, they don't have to worry about it. And last but not least, we got 1 and 2 copies of Super Mario World. So that's what's going out for the Super Nintendo, and these guys hopefully will be able to get done shortly afterwards. We got for the N64, Nagano Winter Olympics 98, Killer Instinct Gold. And I remember when this game came out, and it was, I think it was the 3rd release game for the N64, and N64 games were impossible to find anywhere. And a town maybe 45 minutes away from where I was, there was a store that had this in stock, and so my dad drove all the way there, and we thought it'd be the same price as like Mario 64 and Wave Race, so around like maybe $70 or $60 at the time or whatever it was, and they had a price tag on it for $149.99 or $129 because they knew how hard it was to get these games, and they just doubled the price, and I was very upset about that because we obviously never got it. Duke Nukem 0 Hour, that's a pretty good one too. Duke Nukem 64. Star Wars Shadows of the Empire. And the funny thing is depending on where you go online, sometimes it's called Shadow of the Empire and sometimes it's called Shadows of the Empire. So just a fun little thing that some people call it 2 different things, even though it's clearly Shadows. And last but not least, a very popular one, we've got Banjo-Kazooie. So I'm going to tackle Super Nintendo first, and then we'll go for the N64 stuff, and I'll show you guys when we're done the Super Nintendo stack what everything came out looking like. Alright guys, so it's about 2 hours later. Still crazy busy today, starting to slow down a little bit now that it's getting later on in the afternoon, which is nice. But I got the Super Nintendo stack done, and this was an absolutely horribly destroyed copy of Batman Forever. It's, don't get me wrong, it's not perfect by any means, but it had permanent marker all over the front, it had white paint all over the front, lots of sticker residue everywhere. The back was covered. You can still kind of see some of the remnants of that permanent marker, but that's gotten to the point where it's stained and I can't get it out beyond that. So that's definitely a huge save. So now you don't have as ugly of a cartridge. So they all came out pretty good. They all look like they're really nice and shiny and clean. Still, you know, a little worn here and there, but definitely way better than they originally were. So gonna price these guys, take a picture, throw it up on Instagram and Facebook, and then they will be out on the shelf for everyone to buy who's ever interested. And if I got enough time left in the day, I'm going to start working on some N64 stuff. So this is everything all said and done. Got our price tags on everything. Should be clear enough for everybody to see there. But yeah, I'm very happy that that Batman Forever there. Now obviously it's not as clean as the other one, but you know, it came out pretty good. And I think that $2 off for the rip on the top label and a little bit of discoloration on the back is pretty fair. Actually, a little while ago, we were going through storage and found an empty box with manual for We're Back a Dinosaur Story. So to find it loose come in, I kind of put that all together and make a nice little package for everybody that comes to the store. If they're interested in the game, they can pick it up. So decided to show that off for you. So after putting those guys away, we have a half decent Super Nintendo selection. Not super amazing by any means, but better than before. So still a really busy day today, so hopefully I'll be able to get some N64 stuff done before the end of the day, but I thought I'd show that off so you guys can see what it looks like, all nice and alphabetized. So I got the N64 games done here, so they came out fairly well. There's some stains you can't get off, but that's like right there. There's just nothing you can do about that unless you really want to spend a lot of time doing it. So got some decent games in here. I used to play this game all the time. It's not a great game, but it's actually still pretty fun. We got Banjo-Kazooie, and last but not least, Duke Nukem 0 Hour. So they all came out pretty good. Duke Nukem was by far the worst. It's got some pretty serious sun fading or oxidization there, but other than that, they're all pretty good. Well guys, another very long day. Super busy. The busiest day we've had in, I don't even know, months. It was non-stop people right up to the end. So I'm glad it's over with. Just walking to the car right now. Actually, I'm on the wrong side because I'm carrying some Coke. And yeah, so it was a super busy day today. Got tons of stuff out. Blocking the camera there, it's not really helping. Tons of stuff out. Not everything that I showed you because, you know, some stuff you probably wouldn't care about. So but I'm gonna go home. I'm getting some takeout because I think I deserve it. And I'm gonna eat the crap out of some chicken and some French fries with some gravy because it's good. And yeah, that's gonna be my night, even though I don't have to work tomorrow because I have the day off. I am most likely gonna still be going through stuff, still be sorting through stuff, still be processing stuff, still getting stuff done, because that's what it's like when you own your own business. You are constantly doing stuff non-stop, and my radio doesn't want to turn off. And yeah, it's just, it doesn't end, and it always keeps you on your toes. And I'm not complaining, don't get me wrong. Had some unattended children today. A lot of that recently. Parents, don't get me wrong, I like kids. Well, most kids. And I got no problem with them coming into the store. If your kid's under about, let's say 12, maybe they shouldn't be unattended. And it's not because your kids are bad kids. There might be some weirdos out there doing weirdo things that, might not be the greatest in the world to have an unattended child with. And, it kind of sounds a little selfish, but I wouldn't want my mall that I'm at to be associated with something like that, because you decided to go to the grocery store or to the LCBO, which, for those who don't know, that's the Liquor Control Board of Ontario. It's where you buy your wine and your beer and stuff like that. That's just next door to us. And then let your kid play in a video game store. And I've heard it many times from kids, oh, mom says I can play in the toy store. First, no, you can't. You can't. And, there's some policies that we're supposed to follow, and I try my best not to do them, because I understand some parents just, need a few minutes away to get some stuff done without kids running around. But, yeah, we're supposed to call mall security, and they're supposed to go to the security office, and they're supposed to, whatever. Like, if you're in the store for a minute by yourself, I don't care. Couldn't care less. But we had some kids in today for 45 minutes almost, just wandering around the store, and they couldn't have been older than 7 or 8 years old. So finally, after maybe it wasn't 45 minutes, let's say maybe half an hour, but finally after that, their parents showed up. And then after that, I kind of just nipped it in the bud for the rest of the day. Anytime a kid came in, they were in there for more than 5 minutes by themselves. Where's your mom? Where's your dad? That kind of stuff. So just keep an eye on your kids. I'm never telling anyone how to parent their children. That's whatever, and I'm sure your kids are great kids. But yeah, I can't be responsible for your children. Especially, we've had not major issues, but we've had issues in the past with kids walking out of the store holding on to things and me having to go chase them down. Now, most of them were under the age of 7, so their parents are outside on the bench and they're like, oh, I want to show you this or whatever. You can't. So just stuff like that. So, but other than that, yeah, I might see you guys later. I don't know. We'll see if I will or not. There might be some stuff I dig up. There's still a whole whack of stuff that we have to go through. So, but yeah, busy day, good day. Sorry for the rant about children. I like kids, but sometimes, they're not old enough to be by themselves. That's pretty much it. I'm just waiting before I pull out because there's a train going by and I'm not going to sit at a light, so I'd rather talk to you. All right, just kidding. I got to go. I hopefully will see you guys later. So I'm down in the basement. It is 12:02 at night, so just after midnight. I'm just chilling in my hoard of crap. And by that I mean just the stuff we have down here. These are all empty boxes that are around me that were on display at one point or something. Some of them are in kind of rough shape, but yeah, just going through some stuff here. I got a couple bins that I want to go through, and some that I've already started going through and sorting through. The downside is a lot of stuff that you find, it has to be tested. So that's kind of the big thing. A lot of reason why the stuff's down here is just because, you're not going to want to be testing stuff all the time because it's a very long process. And if it's not like a controller or something, then it can be really boring just testing like power supplies and stuff. So, but I'll show you some bins I got going that I'm working on right now, and you can kind of get an idea what I'm talking about. So in front of us here, we have a bin. Now, this might look like just a bunch of random cables to you, but this is actually all Sony stuff. So we're looking at PlayStation Slim power supplies, and we got here extension cables, and we have AV cables, and we have multi-taps, and what else do we got here? Remote controls. This looks like it is for a PlayStation 2, I'm pretty sure. More multi-taps. This is a PlayStation Slim power supply, which if you ever find these in the wild, make sure they are the correct ones. They are the 7.5 volt, because there's ones for Sony handy cams that look almost identical to this. I don't think they flip down. I think they actually flip up instead. I think they have a different voltage. They will not work on your PlayStation Slim. So just lots of random things in here. Lots of PlayStation Slim power supplies. A lot of like aftermarket things like this, like Mad Catz RF adapter and whatever. This is all stuff that has to be tested and figured out. So yeah, there's got to be a couple hundred pieces of things in there. Get that bin out of the way. Here's another bin. Now in this one's we got some Sega stuff. So we've got what we got here. We have a Dreamcast AV cable. We have a Sega Master System RF adapter. Looks like a Genesis Model 1 adapter. Same with that one. And underneath it is one of a few bins, just solid with original Xbox controllers. And these are all authentic ones. So you got some crystal ones here. You've got some green boys. You got the big old Duke guys that's like holding a dinner plate with some sausages on the end. I forget who's told me that one time, but it stuck with me because that's what it feels like. Just got a couple of them here, and they're all in different conditions. Like this one here is pretty worn, you know, and this one here, you know, looks like it's a little bit dirty, but it's pretty good shape. So like this stuff here all has to be tested, but it just gives you an idea of the amount of work. Like to test each controller probably takes you, I don't know, 30 seconds to a minute. You got 90 controllers in a bin. You know, that really adds up. There's 2 hours worth of work just testing, not to mention cleaning and pricing and all that kind of stuff. And these guys here, you know, even a bigger process, because like stuff like the multi-taps, you got to find a 4-player game, get 4 working controllers, put those all together, and you can start kind of see where things start getting a little ridiculous after a while. There's even more bins over here. So this here, it looks like it's all Xbox 360 stuff, a lot of first gen things. Looks like we have like a couple of these like multi dealies, but yeah, a lot of white Xbox 360 stuff. And actually underneath this bin, this is all full of consoles, and I don't know why they're here. Some of them have been here for a while, like the one there. There's a silver place. Is it a white PlayStation? Let me see, is this white or silver? It's silver, but let's go to melt mark in it. I was supposed to say, why is that so cheap? But that could be why. It looks like somebody left a cigarette on there at some one point in time. But this stuff in here looks like it's all defective in one way, shape, or another. So it all has to be gone through and figured out why it's defective versus just saying doesn't work. Which, when I first originally started sorting stuff a few years ago, you can see that saying just doesn't work doesn't help. So, but there's lots of bins like this one here. Kicking crap around on the floor. There's like no real way to get good light on this, but this is all PlayStation 1 controllers, it looks like in there. It looks like it's a bunch of Sega Saturn stuff. So there's a lot of stuff to go through. This looks like it's some random handheld. Oh yes, I need you. Yes. Game Boy Advance SP I got the other day. That did not have a thing with it, so very happy to find that. And I need one for a DS too, so that's pretty good. What else is in here? So this is the game you play. I'm literally just doing it live with you. So what do we got in here? We got, this looks like it's just random crap. What is this? This is SCPH 1601 RFU adapter. What the hell is this for? It's a PlayStation. Maybe it's somehow for a PSP or something. I've never seen an adapter like that on the end. Who knows? What's underneath? A bag. With probably crap in it. It feels like it's just a bunch of shoes. This could be personal stuff. Hopefully nothing embarrassing. What we got in here? Yeah, it's just some shoes. In case you're curious, they are Mario shoes I had for a while, but I think they got wet one time. And then I got just a box here. I got a bunch of these, just solid with old Nintendo powers from back in the day. You can see Super Metroid, Power Blades. These are all NES ones there. Super Nintendo bin. Who knows what's under that? Another bin there. This other bin. I looks like I got a Wiimote in there. I got a yellow Power Ranger, DS Lite charger, 3DS charger. I don't know, pixelated flip-flops. There's my disc resurfacer that I don't think really works. But yeah, you can kind of see how things get really, really time-consuming down here, and then, you know, what you think might be a 10-15 minute job can really turn into a 2 or 3 hour job. I've actually just decided to call it a night. I got all day tomorrow off. I got some stuff I have to do, just like regular house stuff. So, gonna do that. Gonna take care of that stuff, and yeah, I'm gonna try and tackle some of this stuff. I have some personal stuff down here that I kind of just want to condense down, maybe put it in some of the empty bins, because now that we're sorting through things from storage to bring here, and then from here to bring to the store, we have some extra bins left over. So I think I might sort through some of that, and yeah, kind of just go from there. Condense things down, make this room more functionable, so when we get more stuff in, we can kind of go through that too, and go through the bins that are in, I guess, what's my fruit cellar in the house, which is just a bunch of stuff in there right now. So yeah, go through all that, organize, clean, sort, price, clean, test, sort, bring it in, people give you money for it, and then you get more stuff, and it just doesn't end ever. It's a circle of life. I'm just kidding with you. But yeah, so yeah, I got that kind of stuff sorted. Went through that, and I'm gonna chill for the rest of the night. I'm going to I might play some what's it called, Skyrim. I got Skyrim Legendary Edition. I have Skyrim for every possible console. I've got it for PC, I've got it for 360, I've got it for PS3, I've got it for PS4, I've got it for Xbox One, I've got it for Switch. And I have all regular editions and legendary editions, and I have the collector's edition for, I think, PS3. So I've got lots of copies of it. One of my favorite games of all time, and this time I'm playing it on the legendary edition, so there's a lot more achievements to get. So I'm going to do that, play it on Xbox One, and I might play actually some MLB baseball later if I feel like it on the PS4, because I made a baseball team. It's the Blue Jays. And I took all the players and I traded them all away. And I filled the team with Asian players, which I just wanted to know if you can make a team out of all the Asian players. And you can. And they dominate like ridiculous. Last season I went, I think, 161-1. And I had one of my guys hit 202 home runs in a year. It was ridiculous. And I had 19 no-hitters. And I had 11 perfect games, something like that. Like, just ridiculous stuff. So, yeah, kind of cool. Once again, rambling at the end of the day. Someone asked me, actually, he came to the store today, and they said, oh, I see in the background you got a couple posters. Yeah, I do got a couple posters. What I'm going to do with these, I don't know. I've got, actually, that's empty. Hopefully you can see this. This is a Super Mario Bros. 3 poster, and this is what the Japanese artwork was back in the day. They used it a lot in like Nintendo Power and stuff when they were like promoting the game. This is a reproduction. This is an original movie poster, actually from a theater, of The Truman Show. And behind that is another one, actually original movie poster for Basilic. I'm not sure exactly what that is, to be honest with you. And finally, something wicked, rad, and dope from 1990. It's I know this might be reversed, but it's a original movie poster, preview poster for Total Recall, which is wicked rad. I've actually got some movie posters upstairs that are just on display. I've got Indiana Jones and Raiders of the Lost Ark. I have Back to the Future 3. I have Blade Runner and Jaws 3D. Those first three I thoroughly enjoy and like. Jaws 3D I've never seen, but it's a cool poster. And then I also have a Terminator 2 crew jacket So it's very 90s. It's got like leather sleeves on it, and it's got like cloth in the center, and then it says T2 like on your chest, and on the back it says Terminator 2. But the downside is it's like a huge extra large, and I'm a size large, so depends how much more Swiss Chalet I eat, because I ate a lot tonight, but I might be extra large soon enough. But yeah, so that's just, we're slowly getting stuff. I don't know if it looks any better to you guys or not, but we brought a bunch of bins into the store. Brought in a CRT today, as you saw. So yeah, just cool stuff. Hope you guys are enjoying these videos. I'm going to keep making them because I enjoy them. And today's been super busy. I'm happy the day is over. You know, waking up at 9 o'clock in the morning, starting like, you know, checking stuff out, responding to messages and stuff like that around 9:15, 9:30, and then working till midnight. Not super uncommon, but there's definitely been way longer days. And it's just the reality, you know, and I'm not complaining, just, you know, letting you guys know that I'm not some guy that shows up at, you know, 9 o'clock in the morning and works till 5 o'clock and my job's done, my store's closed, I'm shutting it off, whatever. And most small businesses are like that. And don't get me wrong, I'm not saying that if you wake up at 9 o'clock in the morning or get to work at 9 and work till 5, you're bad or worse or less or anything like that. It's just a little bit of a different story if you own your own business versus just working for somebody else. Because a lot of people just work till the end of the day and then they shut off and then they're done. When, you know, when you have your own business, you don't really have that, I wouldn't say luxury, but opportunity. And so sometimes you just got to say to yourself, you know what, it's midnight. I've been working for a while. It's actually after midnight now, but I've been working for a while. I've been, you know, helping customers all day. I've had one meal today, and I'm tired. I'm sore. And I'm just going to take a break. And tomorrow's a whole new day, and I got the whole day off. So I'm going to sleep in. I'm probably going to eat a lot of Halloween candy because I bought a lot of it when it was on sale. And I'm eating it all. And it's delicious. So gonna eat a lot of Halloween candy. We have a hamster, and I'm gonna clean the hamster cage tomorrow, and that's pretty much it. So hope you guys enjoyed. Have a great day. Yeah, and pop into the store even though I'm not there. Say hi to Patrick, and hope you guys have a good one. Thank you so much for watching as always, and I'll see you soon.